Hello, and welcome everybody to my shitty hideout. My name is Goblina, or Octopus, your choice. I don't really care. Um, I am doing a video today on a pretty simple Atlas strategy for 3.25 Settlers of Kalguur League. Um, I'm just going to be going a rundown of how I do it and what it looks like, and then I will actually run a map and show you guys the loot, and then we'll go over like what kind of loot you can get. So the strategy that I have been doing, that I've done a few, I was doing Abyss for a while, which I enjoy Abyss, but it's not very good money. It's good XP. That's how I actually leveled up to 98. I die a lot, so because I am softcore, why would I not? I probably have 700 deaths. Let's find out. 638. And that's in 5 days, 18 hours. What is that? 138 hours. God damn, I played a lot. Anyways, that's not important. The strategy I've been doing is delirium. And not through delirium orbs, specifically because we are farming delirium orbs. In fact, that's one of our main sources of currency. So I'm just gonna get like straight into it. First thing that you're gonna want to do is you want to know what scarabs you're gonna use. So we're gonna go to our fragments tab here. We're gonna go to our scarabs. We're going to be looking mainly in this tab over here, right in the delirium. We're going to be using these two scarabs right here. Delirium Scarab of Mania and Delirium Scarab of Paranoia. These are really simple. Mania just makes it so the monsters are more rewarding. You get your meter filled faster, but they are more dangerous. And at the end of the map, especially on like really high damage maps, it can be pretty rippy. You do a map with two Fizz's elemental mods and like Ellie weakness or something, or minus max res, you probably die a couple of times, if not six. I've only bricked one map though, and it was right at the end too. Very sad. I even killed the bosses. I was killed by a lingering monster. It sucked. But overall, it doesn't make it too much difficult. I mean, I'm playing a fucking elementalist build, so it's not like impossible. I'm not really like the tankiest build ever. And then we also use Paranoia, also a very simple one. Delirium encounters in the area generate 2 additional reward types. Really, really good. You can only have 2 Mania. You can have up to 5 Paranoia, but like you get 6 additional rewards and then increase that by 200% instead of just like 10 additional rewards, I guess. So it's just not as good. And then you get the initial rewards from the mirror, which is up to 3, and it's always going to be 3. As well as sometimes you get random like additional layers or types of rewards. Maybe that'll proc on our showcase. But we're just going to be using these 2 scarabs. So we're going to use 2 Delirium of Mania and 3 of Paranoia. I think I already have them in my thing. I do not. They're not very expensive. Like if we go here and we go Mania, I'll show you the Chaos. It's 2 Chaos for 1. I am going to, wrong guy, take out some money so I can actually buy stuff. I'm going to do 1. I'm just going to do a Divine Orb because I plan on doing this a lot. And then the Paranoias are a little bit more expensive. Not that much, really. 70. It literally, I bought like a couple hours ago. They were 56 for 1 Divine. So that's pretty good. But as you can see there, 1 Divine got me... I'm bad at math. At least 20 maps, Or 2 Divines got me 20 maps. And I'm going to make more than 2 Divines back. I will show you that. Next up is preparing our maps. Now you can see I have my rolled map uh, tab. This is really simple. If you don't roll your maps like this in bulk, you are making a mistake. This makes everything so much faster. When you just have like a bunch of maps, I can just pull out a bunch and go, go, go. You know? These are beaches that I've just not run, and they've all got decent like quality and pack size and stuff. I can run them. They'll probably be a little bit rippy, some of them, but I'm not doing it right now because I'm using Strand. Now, Strand is the ideal delirium map. It's completely in a straight line. It's nice and long. You know, you aren't gonna have to like circle around a whole bunch. Like in a beach map, you have to like sometimes the layout's really spread out, and you're like, oh, I gotta run around and I don't know. Sometimes the delirium fog will dissipate before you can kill the boss, which is not good. You want to be able to kill the boss because that's how our Atlas tree works, which I will show you. But this is really simple. I just, you know, when I'm dumping in my tabs, I'll dump everything in my dump tab here, but obviously, you know, maps will go in here. These are all corrupted maps that I just can't run because they have like some mod, like avoid elemental ailments. That becomes 100% chance to avoid elemental ailments. I'm playing an ignite build. That doesn't work. Let's see, what else? Avoid no regen is a no-go. I wonder if you can still recoup at a no regen. I'll have to test that because I have a lot of recoup on my build. But yeah, and then but normally like my normal maps and just unID'd and all the like regular ass maps will show up in here. I'll take them all out. I'll put them in this tab. I'll ID them. I'll do all this stuff. I like to quality and then AUK, and then I put in my regex right here. And I'll put a link to the website that you can generate these regexes on, because I did not come up with that regex on my own. But it's really simple. You can just look up PoE regex as well, and it'll probably be the first thing. But I put in my regex, I make sure everything I can run everything, and then I corrupt them. You corrupt them because you like want 8 mods. You know, sometimes they'll get a cool implicit. Like let's see, anything with a cool implicit. Quality applies to pack size instead of quantity. That's pretty cool. There's 41% pack size, and that's really what we're going after. The quantity is not as important as the pack size in these maps. But rolling the maps is really simple. Just do it in bulk. I usually do like 40, 50 at a time, and maybe 20% of them brick into things that I can't run. And some of those mods I probably could run. Things like Ellie Reflect, I can't do it yet, but you know, once this gets to level 5, I will be able to. But that's not important. Next up is the Atlas tree. Atlas tree is really simple. We're just taking every single delirium node that we can get. So all of our chance for delirium, including these ones down here, they're very important. You want to get 100% chance for delirium, for a mirror to delirium. Very important. But you get everything. It just makes it really simple. I like to go red altars. I don't really go up here. I guess you could. There's some pack size up here, but it's not really like benefits. You could drop this, to be honest. I might drop this. I don't think I'm going to go up here though for it. But you take all of your delirium. I take a lot of increased explicit modifiers because that's how you juice up your pack size, which again is the most important thing on your maps for this. Not that rarity and quantity hurts. It's more gold. It's more like, you know, random divine drops and all that kind of thing. But yeah, one thing to note is this is a really important notable right here, Imagined Pursuit. Delirium reward types in your map gain +1 count on map completion. The map boss for Strand is super easy. It's just a couple of dudes. You just smack them. Sometimes, you know, if they're like ghosted and like there's some pretty like high damage map mods, they can kill you. But I always drop a portal. I almost never need to use it, but I always drop a portal. Beyond that, you know, I take all the map things. I like this one, but also the increased explicit for 5% map quality, map drop. I like to go singular focus, mainly because I don't give much of a crap about anything that's not strand, and you'll probably see we tend to over sustain on strands. Like, you get a lot of strand maps, which I do have strands favorited, and then I have one vault favorited. I'll show you that in a second. Just because that's a connected map, the map boss always will drop a connected map, and because we have singular focus and one favored on vault, it always drops vault. Other than that, all of our scarabs nodes, we don't have this one. I actually could drop these and go for that. It might not be bad at all. And then other than that, we do shrines, mainly just because they add a bunch of monsters, and the shrine buffs feel really nice. Especially when you get a haste or an echoing one, all that kind of thing. That's pretty much all there is to the... my AC is dying. That's pretty much all there is to the Atlas tree. It's pretty simple. The layout is certainly inefficient. Like, I don't need to be going all the way over here like this. It's weird. But I had it on a previous thing, and I didn't want to use too many of my 97 unmakings. I use a lot of unmakings because I like to switch up my strategy. But yeah, we're just going to get right into a map here. I'm just going to take this first one right here. Oh, shit. What? Okay, that's a cool one, too. I never noticed that. The implicits there. So, we're going to take out 2 of these. We're going to take out 3 of these. We're going to just go right on over to here. Stick them like that. We're going to go like that. And then, we're always going to run Domination. Just because the shrines, again, really good buffs, a lot of monsters. We're just going to keep going. So, just a little bit of knowledge on my build. It's a Earthquake Ignite. It's really simple. I usually use Leap Slam for clear. My Leap Slam is in a 6-link. But it's really simple. So I'm just gonna, you literally just go throughout the map, clearing like you normally would. Ooh. A lot of monsters. And pick up your shrines. You get double shrine buffs as well. I have temp chains. It's very annoying. You don't have, my build does not have curse immunity, but if you did, that would make these things. I mean, y'all probably play meta builds and stuff. I'm just being a hipster over here with EQ Ignite Elementalist. I have Elementalist brain rot, okay? It is what it is. I'm addicted to Elementalist. Thank you, Subtractum. That's just how it is. But it is really simple. You just kind of, especially in big packs like this, okay. They have 64% increased resistances, and I cannot inflict exposure, which anybody who knows what Elementalist does is she inflicts exposure. But one thing I will say, mandatory, you must become ailment immune. You must become stun immune. There are a lot of ways to do both of those things. The way I do it is stun immunity. I have Forbidden Flesh and Flame for Vile Bastion, which is also pretty handy for my ES regeneration. Oh my. Are we getting close? We are. I'm going to drop a portal here. So normally by this point, I have 2 rewards on that last one already, but I didn't because the fucking map mods are super tanky this one. I have, the only thing reducing their resistances is flammability, I guess. And then I have my elemental mail. elemental ailment immunity from Storm Shroud. Really good setup. You could use Purity of Elements. I was doing that for a while, but then I was like, oh, I have some money, and I want to do more DPS and put Malevolence in. And I couldn't really get enough reservation straight up. See, always drops the vault map. So I got Storm Shroud. Anyways, once you finish the map, you can click select to, or if you have it bound, which I should probably bind it, that would be smart, but I'm not going to. And then this is actually light. Usually you get about 100 of these. I'm going to do another one. Usually you get about 100 of the simulacrum shard thingies. But yeah, look at this. 5 Armorsmith Delirium Orbs, which you might be like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. Except it is, because these are 7C each. So that's just 35C right there. That already paid for the map. This is like, maybe 5, 6C. This you should use. We got a total of 6 there, so that's like 42C. The minimum amount of rewards you will probably get from a map is around 40 to 50C. You could easily, from your Delirium rewards, get over 100C worth of stuff. It happens pretty regularly, I would say. But it's not like super duper common. I didn't even look at the mods on this one. But again, this strategy is just super simple. You just run into the map, you blast it, and you're good. Like, you know, Palstrom probably burst through these things in 20 seconds on his build. That kind of deal. Ooh. Oh my. Hey, stop that. Hello, Omniphobia. I'm going to ignore you because you will probably take too much time to kill. But anyways, yeah. This is, it's really a nice strategy, especially compared to Abyss, where the only nice thing about it was the random divine drops from the hordes, because I was doing Edifice because it's fun. And the gold. And you can also run that with Paranoia, a singular Paranoia instead of Edifice, and like Delirium Orbs on it, but it's not very good. But this is way more fun, and also those maps took 10 minutes per map. You know, I don't want to be spending 10 minutes on a map. I want to be spending like 2 minutes inside the map. Oh my. And then sometimes you die. You know, it's just life. That's life as a softcore player, you know? Whoop. Will we make it in time? We will. Haha. Aha. 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 You see, I really should like start buying Omens of Return. That would probably be smart. So that way when I die randomly in a map like this, I don't like have to leap slam my slow ass all the way back to where I died. It's okay though. Dang, dying fast. What do they got over there? They got some going on. This might be a really rippy map, I did not check. I'm just gonna run past these. Oh my lord. I gotta look at the map mods. This map is so rippy. I love it. Area of effect, cannot be stunned. Maybe it's just the altars. Is there reflect? What's going on? I'm just ending the delirium when I get into the map, my lord. Sometimes you have to do that. It's better than breaking the map, in my opinion. See, and now it's like gonna be insta murder. Yeah, and sometimes it's all the delirium. go. But yeah, you tend to get a lot of, you know, scarabs. You get a lot of just random popcorn currency. You get a lot of essences. Not very good essences. I think the highest you can get is screaming essences. Is this any good? No, not really. That's the highest that I've seen. Also, at this point, normally I would not complete the map. I would just be like, okay, that's it. The main important part of it's done, but I figured I might as well. But that's really it. Even though my second showcase was kind of sad. Died a lot there for some reason. It's really good. But like here, I will show you just my delirium tab. This is 22 maps, including those last two that I just did. This is 22 maps worth of delirium loot, not including simulacrums, of which I had 12 that I sold for a divine and a half. And keep in mind, it took me maybe 2.5 divines to run and like buy all this stuff for those maps. These are, I don't know why that's like so weird. Why is this like this? I did not do that. So a lot of these are hover around, you know, anywhere between 6 to 10 chaos each. These are about, you know, 8, 9. These are 7. These are about 7. These are about 7. Your most expensive ones are going to be your diviners, and especially your skittering delirium orbs. I think they go for like 40C. But as you can see, you also get a lot of oils from this. If we go to my tab here and we type in cluster, jewel, not Juek, you get a lot, and these are all going to be 8 mod passive, you know, random things. Obviously, I have a few lone messengers, a lot of lone. Oh wait, no, those aren't lone messengers. What are those? Frontline, veterans awareness. You get a lot of that kind of thing. Let's see. You get a lot of incubators. This is the last 22 maps. I do like to sort them, but I've not done that yet. I like to live in there, though. You get a lot of synthetic or synthesized items, which is really nice. I've not really got any good one. I think the most interesting one I got is Bargain Brand Vermilion Ring right here. But like that's from Cortex or something. But like this I got from Delirium. 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 This I did not get from, well, maybe I did. But this I definitely did. Pretty much everything in here is delirium. And that's just from like the jewelry rewards. Sometimes just give you synthesized jewelry. I don't know why I can't say that word. Let's see, what else though? In terms of like raw currency drop, you will get a lot of stacked decks. I average, I would say, 7 stacked decks a map, and that is including, you know, maps that don't drop stacked decks, because you don't always get the stacked deck reward. But after 10 maps, I would usually say I have a divine worth. So probably more than 7 stacked decks a map, because I usually end up with about a divine worth of stacked decks after 10 maps. You know, you get your normal, just like random drop, you know, your normal chaos, your normal divine, so you get drop, you know, this kind of thing. You know, I run the altars, so sometimes, like, you might get lucky with an annul altar or something. That kind of thing. Maps, again, I have a lot of strands, obviously. I have a lot of vault maps. I have not, I don't even know what I'm going to do with these, to be honest. Run them? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe there's a good layout, or maybe there's a good thing for that. I don't know. Strategy, I guess. Div cards, nothing special that you get. You get a lot of fossils. I almost forgot. You get a lot of fossils. You get a couple of these every once in a while, but a lot of fossils. I haven't touched Delve at all. My name is not Steve, you know, so I don't really care for it too much. Um, but look at all these random ass fossils that I have. And of course, you can probably bulk sell these on the currency exchange or in TFT if you're a nerd. Um, it's really simple. You get I have not done a single legion. You get a lot of these timeless things. You get a lot of breach splinters. You get a lot of these because you're doing maps, and these are pretty good. Well, they're like 50 siege. You get a lot of scarabs. You know, uh, I I sell my scarabs off pretty frequently because I'm just like that, and I like to see my rock currency number go up because big numbers are fun. Um, but it's a pretty good strategy. I would say on average, rolling and then running the maps probably about 20 an hour, I would say. And I would say it's also an easy profit of at least 50C per map. Um, so you do the math there. If your build's super fast zoom, you know, and can do max pack size, you know, 8 mod. Even if you could do this in T17s, that's even better because those are big layouts. They're not as straight, so maybe, you know, it's not as good, and you can't get the reward at the end unless you do fatty damage to the boss, which is definitely not my build. I do 5 million DPS, and I'm happy with that. Um, but it's a really fun strategy. And if you are tanky enough and you do enough damage, you know, is good. For reference, again, I do like 5 mil DPS, up to 7 mil, if like my convergence and I have frenzy charge and stuff, which is it happens pretty commonly because like I'm on the boss, I kill mobs. They're mobs. They spawn them first off, and then they're just around. Um, and my tank, I have like a 15k max hit with my flasks up, which they'll be up. Um, for my Fizz max hit and my Elemental max hit is like 34 or 35k, and my Chaos max hit is like 45k because fourth foul build. Um, but it's really like you don't need to be super crazy, you know, hardcore viable tanky. More DPS would obviously help, but I enjoy this build and it's fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, really simple strategy. Uh, don't crash the market, y'all. Have fun. Uh, what do people normally say something to send off the video? Yes, but I'm not going to. Bye bye.